Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So today we will learn past tense. Could anyone tell me how many principal tenses are there? There are three principal tenses. What are they? Present, past and future. Okay? And each have four categories. What are they? Simple or indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Clear? In our last lesson, we learned present tense. Today, we will learn past tense. Yesterday, I went to my English class at 9 a.m. First sentence. I was reading a book when my friend came. Second sentence. I had finished that book. I had finished that book before the teacher entered the class. Clear? Fourth one. I had been reading that book for an hour before the class started. So, first sentence I went to my English class at 9 a.m. yesterday. Are you getting anything common in these sentences? Yes, these are all in past, isn't it? First, I went to my English class at 9 a.m. yesterday. The action already completed, right? Completed in past, yesterday. I was reading a book. The action was going on when he came. The action was going on in past, past continuous. I had finished that book before the teacher entered the class. Both the action in the past, but you see, I had finished the book first. After that, the teacher entered. So the action what happened first, that is past perfect. Clear? Next, I had been reading the book for an hour before the class started. So the action was going on for a certain time in past before the another past action. I had been reading that book for an hour. The action was going on. I was reading the book for an hour in past before the class started. So is it clear? Now let's move on to simple past tense. We will use simple past tense to express an action in the past. I went to my class yesterday. The action completed in past, isn't it? Point number one. We will use simple past tense to express an action completed in past. A completed action in past. Okay? Remember the structure subject V2 means past form of main verb plus object. Clear? Subject V2 and object mean past form of main verb plus object. He visited to his friend last month. So the action completed in past last month. I did the work last night. Okay? So these all action completed in past. Point number two. We will use simple past tense to express past habitual action. To express past habitual actions like I used to go for a holiday every year. He used to write to his friend every month. So these all action used to happen in past. So these are all habitual action and generally we use used to. And also adverb of frequency like always, regularly, oftenly, frequently. So these words you can get. Okay. Point number three. We use simple past tense to express historical events. Historical events like India became independent in 1947. Tagore lived in Kolkata. Shivaji was a great ruler. So these all are historical events, right? So to express historical events, we use simple past tense. I hope it is clear, right? If we make affirmative sentence in simple past tense into negative and interrogative, we will take the help of do verb. But here do will be past form did. I went to my English class yesterday. Affirmative sentence, right? Simple past. If I make it negative, I did not go. Went. Past form of go. Subject V2 object. I went to my class. There is no object, okay? I went to my class. Negative. I did not go to my class. Interrogative. Did you go to your class? Clear? Next, let's move on to past continuous. So, from the name itself, you are getting the meaning. Past continuous. The action, what was going on in past, isn't it? Continuous means continuing. Past in past. The action, what was going on in past. Clear? So, what I said, I was reading a book when my friend came. I was reading a book. The action was going on in past. Clear? When my friend came. They were watching TV when he came. So they were watching TV. The action was going on in past when I came. And also you can say that a long action interrupted by a short one. I was sleeping when you called me. So the long action I was sleeping was interrupted by your call. Clear? So it is very simple. And if you make it negative and interrogative, negative just put one not, and interrogative, just put auxiliary verb first. Like I was watching, I was reading a book. I wasn't reading a book when he came. Okay, negative. Interrogative, was I reading a book when he came? Okay, they were watching TV when she called. They were not watching TV when she called. Negative. Interrogative. Were they watching TV? Clear? And don't forget to put interrogative mark. Okay? Now let's move on to past perfect. So it is very important to remember past perfect. Very simple. Past perfect. Past of past. I had finished the book before the teacher entered the class. So both action in past, right? I had finished the book first after the teacher entered, isn't it? So both the action in past, but the action what happened first, that is past perfect. I had finished the book first after the teacher entered. Clear? Just you remember, we use past perfect tense to express an action completed in past before another past action. Okay? Action completed in past before another past action. I hope it is clear, right? Now the structure. Subject had plus verb third form, past participle form plus object. Okay? Subject had plus verb past participle form plus object. So here we will use had before verb past participle form. Okay? Between the two action, what happened first, that is past perfect, and we will use past indefinite simple past for the second action. Clear? Like he had left before I came. Both action in the past. But what happened first? He had left first. After that, I came. He had left before I came. So for first action we use past perfect and second action past indefinite. Clear? Next, the train had started before I reached the station. Sure? And it is very common. The patient had died before the doctor came. The train had left before I reached the station. These are very common, right? So the first action we will use. So for the first action we will use past perfect and second action we will use past indefinite. Clear? Here one trick for you all. If the sentence contains before and after, so between the two actions we are comparing, right? So most of the time you will get before and after in these sentences in past perfect. So if the sentence contains before and after, we will use or past perfect tense stands before, before, and after, after. Clear? So it is very easy to remember. If the sentence contains before and after, past perfect tense stands before, before, and after, after. Clear? Like, he had came before I did. So here we use past perfect tense before, before. Next, if I use after, I did after he had left. Clear? Now let's move on to past perfect continuous tense. I had been reading that book before the class started. I had been reading the book for an hour before the class started. So see, the action was continuing for a certain time in past before another past action. Clear? We will use past perfect continuous tense to express an action started in past and it was going on for a certain time before another past action. Okay? And the structure is subject, had, been, verb ing, continuous, always take ing, plus object and plus time. Okay? Often we use time. She had been teaching here for 5 years before I came. Clear? The boy had been studying for an hour before the exam started. So both in past, right? But the action was, first action was going on for a certain time before the second action. Clear? So I hope it is clear. And if you make it negative, the boy had been studying. Just we will change the first sentence. The boy had been studying for an hour before the exam started. The boy had not been studying for an hour before the exam started. Interrogative. Had the boy studying for an hour before the exam started? I hope it is clear, right? Thank you for your patience. Have a great day ahead. Bye and take care of your health. See you in the next video. Thank you.